And they famous for what? What? Famous for what? Drake said, be nice for what? But they famous for what? Okay. All right, y'all. All right, to get into this video. Okay, so I was inspired by my YouTube crush, Machine Got Eats. Yes, that's my YouTube crush. But anyhow, and Mariah Sincere. So I was inspired by both of them because Machine Got Eats was talking about the topic of black fatigue. And then Mariah was, she's covering what's all happening with the whole Cassie and you know who situation. So I was like, let me blend these two ideas and put them together and then make it fit for, of course, Sultry Accessory, your digital design coach for YouTube, e-commerce platforms, helping y'all get started with your online presence, building your online presence, and believing in your ideas and setting forth towards those things. So let's get started with today's video, y'all. Okay, I am here. I'm early, y'all. I haven't been uploading as frequently. So I'm like, okay, let me come on Wednesday and let me pop back on here. All right, so anywho, so today we're going to be talking about a little bit of celebrity, not a lot of celebrity gossip because this ain't that. We're going to be touching on it, but we ain't celebrity gossiping. Okay, so boom. I'm just gonna forewarn you, okay? All right, so there was a time when being a celebrity actually meant something, right? You had to actually be a someone, a somebody, talented, inspiring, and mysterious. Maybe you even had to have an air of elegance, right? Okay, but now it feels like we're just watching people act out, crash out, make plenty mistakes, but them mistakes is the same ones over and over again. We're seeing a pattern, but the folk is gaslighting themselves to not see these patterns. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, the folks is out here gaslighting themselves so they don't see their own patterns. Okay, and calling it influence. Oh, they're making the same patterns and calling it influence. Oh, baby. Now listen, I grew up as a millennial, okay, and celebrities, they gave off MTV Cribs. This when celebrities was celebritying, okay. We had MTV Cribs, 106 in Park, and MySpace music pages. Friend, I'm gonna try. Okay, let me see. What song was on my music page? I don't even know. That was a while ago. MySpace. Oh my god, that was a while ago. I definitely had like a Cheetah Girl song. I probably did. I definitely had like a Vanessa Hudgens song. High School Musical. I know I did. That's all I can really remember. I probably had like a Bow Wow song back then. I don't know. I'm really trying to think like what song did I have on here? I don't know though. But yes, when I was growing up, MTV Cribs was it. Like Pimp My Ride, MTV Cribs, Guy Code, girl. And they were talking about TRL, but yes, I remember TRL, but I wasn't watching TRL. Like I was, but I wasn't. Like I was more so watching the Wiggles than TRL. I'm just I'm gonna be for real good. When TRL was on, the Wiggles was on. Not like literally, but I'm saying like what was that? Playhouse Disney. Yes, I was a Playhouse Disney girl. Okay, so I remember my mom, she probably had like TRL on in the other room, but I was watching the Wiggles on Playhouse Disney, okay? So back then, growing up as a millennial, when you had MTV Cribs, Bow Wow was on there. Shit. I can't even remember. I know Bow Wow was on there. It's given. I don't know if 50 Cent was on there. Maybe he was on Pimp My Ride. I don't know. But it's giving 50 Cent. It's giving Sweet 16. That. Okay, y'all, back down memory lane. But anyway, when we saw celebrities, it gave luxury, it gave importance, right? It gave power, right? There was a mystery, there was a distance, and even kind of a fantasy type of feel. So back in the day, they used to have what's that called, those J14 magazine? Yes, they used to have J14 magazine and Word Up magazine and like something else. Is it Word Up? I think it's Word Up magazine. Yes. They used to have I used to have a subscription to J14 magazine, and it was B5 in there. And like, oh, this my crush, this my crush, this my crush. Oh my God, this my crush. I remember B5 was in there, y'all. I used to go, me and my friend at the time, we used to go crazy about B5. We'll be circling a picture and writing little notes like, this my man, this my man. And then we used to go on the Google and type in their name and then get like Wikipedia articles off the celebrity. We used to do that for Chris Brown too, though. We used to go on Wikipedia and get all these celebrity names and try to figure out when their birthday is. Okay, they was born in this and that. Okay, yes, girl. And then we'd be like, okay, we'll circle them. And then we like, yes, this my man. This my man. Right? Y'all remember them days? Okay, boom. And then the dudes used to have, what's they called? The dudes used to have the Jet magazine or something with like women that they found to be like appealing or something. Jet magazine, Jet Black or something. I don't know, something like that, girl. I'm doing this off of memory. And I think even Raven was on the cover of Jet. I think. I'm not sure. I think she was. But anyway, back then, celebrities, they gave off like this, you can't touch me, but baby, I'm just gonna lure you in, draw you in with my seduction, my looks, my outfits, my fashion. Okay, boom. So if you new here, once again, hey, I'm a digital design coach. And I'm a digital design coach on this channel. And I talk about building your brand and creating your online presence. Sometimes I might use pop culture or celebrity moments to show you how branding can elevate or how your branding can damage you. Because a lot of people don't realize that the things that they post, they're misusing their brand. And every time that they post, people is just like getting disinterested and disinterested and disinterested in them. It's like, it's so funny because I was on TikTok and this girl was like, she like, y'all, I'm really so tired of talking about Hallie and DDG. She's like, I'm so tired of talking about Hallie and DDG. Like, are they even celebrities at this point? No, but like seriously, because celebrities had a different, they had a stigma to them, right? Back in the day, celebrities had an actual stigma to them. Today, they don't have a stigma. It's like they're losing their appeal. All right. So when we talk about celebrities today, we're not going to solely focus on the gossip. We're going to talk about how it is affecting other people in the way that they view them and how their celebrity status is actually dwindling the more that they do things in a public eye that is distasteful. All right. So y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all saw who we gonna slightly talk about today. We ain't gonna go ham on them or nothing. Okay. So this is the thing. They're either beautiful, they're talent, or they have these massive platforms, but the patterns are repeating themselves. They making poor partner choices. Okay. Public drama and decisions that don't align with the power that they carry. It's like you have to do movement that align to your power, your essence, the brand that you have already positioning yourself to be. Excuse me, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. Because look, we used to look up to these celebrities, and now it just feel like we watching them spiral down. Okay, so let's go one by one from the thumbnail. All right, so we have Miss Cassie. Hmm. Let me tell y'all, Long Way to Go and Me and You was my song. I used to have this karaoke CD where Sexy Love and Me and You were on there, and I used to sing Me and You all the time, like practicing singing. If y'all don't know, I actually started YouTube back in 2011, and I had a singing channel. I started off YouTube singing. And so Cassie was definitely on that CD when I first got this karaoke machine that my mom had bought for me. And it was one of those karaoke machines where it was like, it was a big box like this. And then it had like a miniature TV screen in the middle. And then I think it had like 2 speakers on the side. And then you put like the CD like right in the middle. I think that's how it went. Or it was at the top. I don't know. It was in the middle, or is it at the top? And then had the little microphone on the side of the thing. So yes. So Cassie was that girl. Okay. She was that girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I don't know if I necessarily looked up to her. I'm just gonna say that. I don't think I necessarily looked up to Cassie, but she had a couple bops. I ain't gonna lie. But I personally did not look up to Cassie. Also, what I have to say about what's going on with her is that it's just interesting that if you know you are, I don't know. See, that's the thing. When this is why you have to be careful about who you allow to be your mentor. You have to be careful about who you allow to be your coach, because this is one thing that I noticed as a young girl. I want to say about maybe when I was like 16, I feel like the Lord started to put discernment into me, because I remember one time, like I was at the Boys and Girls Club, and they used to go to the Boys and Girls Club and start scouting out people who had talent, right? And I would sing in front of those people at the Boys and Girls Club who was scouting out talent. However, but I was so shy to the point where like I couldn't sing in front of them. But I couldn't. So what happened was, so let's say they took us in a room, right? And everybody would go in one by one, and you would show off your talent, right? Okay, boom. So as soon as I got in front of them, I was just so squirmy that like it just felt so nerve-wracking. And then I would like sing for them a little bit, and then I would stop singing. This is when I was like 10 years old, right? Okay. This is when I was like 10 years old. So I would sing to them for a little bit, and then they were like, oh my God, you sound so good. See, this is what would shock the mess out of me. Is I would sing regularly, they'll be giving me normal faces, and then when I actually sang, they'll start going like this. And that made me nervous, and then I stopped singing. And they were like, no. They literally was like, no, keep going. No, keep going. I literally got stuck. So then one of the scouter people was like, turn around and sing. And at the time I was singing Weak. Everyone knows it's a SWV song, but when I was growing up, it was a JoJo song. So JoJo redid the song Weak, and she put it on her CD. Okay. So I'm not talking about JoJo Siwa. I'm talking about JoJo the singer. Okay. Okay, JoJo the singer. So they had me turn around and try to finish the song to sing to them, right? I finished the song. They're like, oh my God, you sound so good, right? They're like, oh my God, you sound so good, but like you just gotta get over your nerves. Yeah, I don't even know if I got over my nerves till this day. I don't know. I might have, because I practice like speaking on YouTube, and I even sing over on TikTok. But anyhow, but yes, I remember it was about that time period that I had Cassie on my karaoke machine. Okay. But that's the thing. You gotta that's what I meant to say. So when people start looking at you like this, like, oh, she finna make me some money. She about to be the ticket. She about to be the gateway. When I knew folks started looking at me like that, I already knew. That's what gave me discernment. I think that's what put in discernment for me. So with the whole Cassie thing, I just felt like I know she wanted to get put on, and supposedly that guy, I'm not gonna say his name, that guy was supposed to be her mentor or her coach at that time. And people may not have known much about him, but he was hot at the time or popular at the time. And it's just like when some people see you as a money ticket, it's like they don't have good intentions with you. They don't. And, a part of me wishes that she would have saw that sooner and not just been so over the glitz and the glam. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what type of person I am. It's like, yeah, I see some people, because some people believe in, get in where you fit in, start talking to everybody, start networking to everybody, getting everybody's face, know who's the who and how. And I'm like, I'm not that person. I'm not that person, because I know it's people out there that's like, I don't want to use the word, but let's just say the P word. They want to P word you out, okay? Because you look like the money ticket. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. And even one time with one of my family members, they had discovered that I knew how to sing, and they were like, "Oh, let me be your manager." And I was like, "Yeah, no." They were like, "Let's go to the studio." I'm like, "Yeah, no." I'm like, no, no. Mm-mm. And then it's so crazy because once I start getting older, that movie, it was that Dr. Dre and Michelle A movie, and I saw that and I was like, yeah, no. See, that's I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I'm not into that. All right, now we're gonna talk about. That's just all I gotta say about that. It's just kind of like, girl, if you just, you gotta be careful who you make your mentor. You gotta be careful who you make your coach. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got to know the fruit. You got to know the fruit. Not just because he hanging out with this and that popular person, you feel like you gonna get on. No. It's more to it than that. And you a girl, stop it. Okay, so anyway, now we're gonna talk about Breezy. All right, Breezy. I am such a Breezy fan. I'm a classic Breezy fan, not really a new school Breezy fan. I don't really. 11:11 is. I'm very much stop tripping. I'm very much that. I'm very much exclusive. I'm very much the X album. I love those. Chris Brown, please don't do this again. If you do this again, I can't take it. I literally can't take it. Like, I feel like, you ever feel like one of those family members and your family member just keep going here? They keep getting here. Getting this, right? They gotta keep getting this. And then just be like, okay, sir. Like, I'm trying to root for you. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm trying to root for you. But it ain't giving. Like, I don't got much root left. Okay? You drunk all the fizz out my root beer, sir. I don't got much root for you. Okay? That's how I feel about it. All right, now, Let's talk about Miss Raven Simone. Y'all, Raven Simone was like, wait, let's go back to Chris Brown real quick. So when I say Chris Brown's my favorite artist, he's not my favorite artist. My favorite artist is actually Eric Bellinger. And then it will go to Chris Brown. Right. So it's Eric Bellinger, Chris Brown. I would say Trey Songz right there. Right. Yeah. It's Eric Bellinger, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. That's how I go. But I do like Bow Wow though. I feel like I got a slight crush on Bow Wow, but like it just you ever just kind of attracted to somebody, but then it's like, man. Like you like slightly attracted to somebody, but then you like, I don't know. Right? That's how I feel about Bow Wow. But otherwise, I don't really listen to current Chris Brown. Like I don't. Who do I listen to currently? Honestly, I like Jacob Lattimore. Y'all heard how I say his name right? Okay, that's my crush. I like Jacob Lattimore, but I don't like his new music. Sorry, y'all. It's just like I like everybody old music. I like everybody old music, and I was telling that to Mariah. I'm like, I just like everybody music when they first come out because they get the changing afterward. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's go to Raven. Raven was my childhood role model. Raven was my childhood role model. I remember her seeing her in magazines on the Cheetah Girls. That's on Raven. Like she literally, I still have her CD downstairs in the basement. I literally was just listening to her old CD. Like I literally still have that CD. I went to go buy the Cheetah Girls DVD last year. Like she really put her stamp. She really put her mark. The thing that makes her a downfall though is like some of the statements that she says is really disheartening. Some of the statements that she says out of her mouth is really disheartening, and her partner. It's just like these people here in this thumbnail, like they just choose partners that like I don't know. I don't know. Like what is in the air? Do people just feel like they gotta have a person or what? Or is it really that hard? Right? Is it really that hard to find somebody that fits your style? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Fit your standards. I don't know. I don't know, man. That fit your essence, that fit where you finna go, where you trying to stay. Cause they just keep getting partners that make them look like the sidekick. I'm sorry, but Raven's her choice and partner, she make Raven look like a sidekick, and I don't like that. Okay, because Raven is the star, and then now she with her, and it's almost like is she rehearsing you to say all this weird stuff that's coming out your like? Okay, the weird stuff she was saying is like, okay, first of all, if she don't remember, she don't remember. She says she got like memory issues, and she put a lot of stuff in the past because she felt like they didn't treat her right, on Disney. However, but it's not just that. It's almost like she's discrediting herself. That's what it sounds like to me, personally. Like when she like, oh yeah, I don't remember that. Or yeah, no. And then when she said on TikTok that the dudes was only watching her show because she had full breast or something. It was like, girl, why is you discrediting yourself like that? Like, I don't see that's a turn off for me. Like, I can't have friends that make self-deprecating comments. Like, if you're like, ooh, girl, I look fat today. Or, ooh, girl, I look like a water buffalo today. Like, or they was only doing this because I had big breasts. Like, what? Are you sick? What is? Why are you saying this? Like, I like people with confidence. I'm gonna say it. I like people with confidence. Okay, you ain't gotta have the utmost confidence, but you over there making stuff deprecating comments I don't like. Next. So then we got Smokey Robinson. Come on now. Now we got the old school acting like the new school. Talking about they had reported he had did some doings like you know who with the case. He had did some doings like you know who case. Come on now. You supposed to be outstanding, old school celebrity. Come on now, and you just we watching you fall. Come on, sir. Come on now. All right, so now we got what's her name? Hallie. All right, so boom. Here we go. Here go to 3. We about to do these 3 together. Hallie, Kiki, and Coy. Now, I think I'm gonna do Hallie and Coy together, and then Kiki can go last. All right, boom. So all 3 of them got dudes that's not worthy. Period. All 3 of them got dudes that's not worthy. That's one. Okay, do them. They ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. Coy Ray, my twin sister. You know who my twin sister? My twin sister is Coy Ray and Hallie's sister, Chloe. There we go. Those are my twins. Chloe and Coy are my twins. If you put Coy, Chloe, then you get me. If you put them 2 together, you get me. I think I look like a mix of Coy Ray and Chloe Bailey. So anyway, because if anybody be like, oh, what celebrity you think you look like? I'm like Coy Ray and Chloe Bailey. So anyway, I used to think I looked like Raven. I used to, but now I'm like, I think I look like Coy Ray. Anyway, I used to think, right, that's why Raven was my role model too, because I felt like she looked like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who look for role models, they look for people who like mimic them or look like them. And I like one point I thought I was Raven. I'm bull crapping. But like, seriously, that's how inspired I was with like Raven, her work, her ethic, her style. I loved all of her outfits that she wore on, not all of them, but I love a good majority of her outfits she wore on That's So Raven. And I always wanted one of those jackets where like it was that fur on the sleeve, fur down the middle, going like that. Then one of those jackets, but them jackets look heavy. I saw one on Shein like last winter, and I almost got it, but I was like, nah, I don't want that. Okay, I was like, no, I don't want that. But anyway, Hallie, you I know why you dated. I know why you dated him. You dated him because y'all had commonalities. That's the only reason why you dated him. I know why you dated him. And people be like, people be like, oh, he didn't have no clout before her. He just trying to get on her clout. No, both of them had clout. Hello? DDG had clout before Hallie. That's why she got with him. I see why she got with him. I'm not really sure about the whole Keke Palmer situation. The Coy situation, I don't know nothing about that dude. All I know is he ain't my type. And it's so funny because I was talking to Mariah, and I was like, you know what I'm so tired of? I was like, I'm just so tired of these These dry dreadhead dudes. All y'all get dreads, don't know how to upkeep them, and they all look dry as hell. That's not cute. Okay, that's not appealing to me. A dude with dreads is one thing, but a dude with some dry ass dreads, I cannot. You gotta keep your dreads like, I think Omarion dreads be fresh all the time. And Ace Hood dreads look fresh all the time. Yes. Omarion and Ace Hood know how to keep their dreads up. Y'all dreads look dry as L. Like, it's giving unneat, unkept, the Sahara Desert, and Dandruff City. I don't like it. It's not cute to me. Okay? But anyway, yeah, they're just picking partners that just ain't it. And it just doesn't give, it doesn't give poise. Like, celebrity status used to give poise. It used to give appeal and essence. It almost gave like fantasy, like being on the red carpet. Oh my God. Like, I wonder what that's like to be on the red carpet and everyone wants to take your picture and da, da, da. And it just don't give that no more. It just don't give that no more. And that's the other thing. Like, with celebrities, it used to be like, what do I say? It felt like because they were at a distance, it made them more alluring. Like, think of it like this. Like, let's say you a dude and you watching this video, right? Okay, boom. Let's say it's a girl you eyeballing and you see her from afar, but she looks so much more um she looks so much more like a treat when she's far away versus when she's up close and always in your face, right? That's how it is. That's how it is for me too. For like, okay, so like, let's say a relationship, right? Okay, a dude that's more over here than over here. Ugh. I mean, I like the dude that's over here versus the dude that's right here. Why the fuck is you in my face? Get back some. So it's way more alluring when somebody's at a distance versus somebody all up in your face. And you hear about them every day, either going to jail, okay, going to jail, in court, gotta get a restraining order, and downgrading their career. It's like each and every one of them is downgrading themselves and they don't even know it. It's like each and every one of them is misrepresenting themselves as each and everything, I don't know, transpires, you know? All right. But that whole DDG thing, that's for her to figure out. That's for her to solve. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going too deep in this. But Miss Coy, friend, you is too fire. Okay, look, listen, twin. You is too fire to be dating that little boy that you done let smash and papow. Okay, why, girl? You is too fire for that. You is too fire. All right, period. All right, and Miss Kiki. No, I really liked you. Like, literally. Like, when it came to Raven Simone, then I would say the next runner up. Okay, so it went Raven Simone, Adrienne Bailon, and then it definitely was Keke Palmer for me. Right? So those are my celebrity role models growing up. And I really liked the book I Don't Belong to You by Keke Palmer. And then I still kind of like grew in awe about her, how she was like going on the, not The View, But that Michael Strahan stuff with Kelly, and you were talking on there, you were really showing your personality. It looked like you were really growing into yourself. I really liked that about, Kiki. But now they're like, oh, all of these girls got restraining orders. Kiki, Hallie, and Sky. I don't know nothing about no Sky Jackson. I don't know nothing about her, so I don't really got nothing to say. But that dude, he's a total flop. The dude that a flop. A flop. Yeah. What's the other thing? A flop. I don't know about Coi Leray dude, but he looked like he close to a flop. But anyway, it's a shame. It's a shame. Like when we were growing up with celebrities, we didn't hear the closest thing we heard about celebrities when I was growing up is they had a Smex tape. Otherwise, Dad, we ain't hear about you was some of them might have been going to jail though. Some of them. But we ain't hear about no cases where schmactivities and under the table stuff was happening. You know what I'm saying? We ain't hearing about none of that when I was growing up when it came to these celebrities. And we definitely hear about no celebrities getting no restraining orders. You know what I'm saying? We ain't hear about that mess. But now we hearing that all three of these celebrities getting restraining orders on folks. Why we need to know that anyway? It's like everybody just picking up every little piece of dirt so that these celebrities ain't sought after as celebrities anymore. And that's the thing. When it comes to them, starting to do tours. So, like for an example, Brandy and Monica supposedly finna go on tour with, they said, Kelly Rowland and who was that? Oh yeah, Money Long. And I said they need to add 2 more people to that lineup because that lineup right there, that's not enough. That's not enough. Y'all ain't about to sell. Y'all need to add. I said y'all need to add Carrie Hilson and who else? Carrie Hilson and Coco Jones. Then it'll probably sell. You know what I'm saying? Or you could do Tinashe and Queen Naija. Then it'll probably sell. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a mix. You can't just the old school folk. They're not gonna get up and cheer and be hype and stuff. Like, think about the age of your audience and think about like how long ago your music was. It's like, do they really want to see you in concert anymore? Like, y'all kind of getting, if I'm 30, how old are y'all? You know what I'm saying? If I'm 30, let me be honest. How long do I see myself still going to concerts? I'm a major concert girly. I'm going to like 5 this year, and then like last year I went to like 7 concerts. So yeah, I'm going to 5 concerts for sure. I could go to 7 concerts if I want to, but I might be tired. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And plus, I can't stay up as much as I used to could. You know what I'm saying? And Mariah be trying to keep folks up with her live streams. Okay, she was trying to keep folks up. And I'm like, Mariah, I gotta go to sleep. I need my sleep. Because that one night we was talking forever. We was talking forever, though. I really stayed up that long. Oh my God. I gotta go to bed. Okay. So this the thing. Them folks, they're becoming less and less and less influential. They're becoming more and more and more dry. And is it even worth spending any time watching them anymore? Y'all let me know in the comments below. All right. When it comes to all of these celebrities that we briefly talked about today. Okay. So you don't need fame to be influential. You don't need a messy moment to be remembered. And you can make yourself hot. You can make yourself popping. And that starts with knowing your value, your message, and your presence. You can build a brand that reflects you with clarity, strategy, and with purpose. All right. So, once again, I'm a digital design coach. And if you're ready to stop waiting for a cosign, waiting for your moment, waiting for something uh crazy to happen, or doing fake pranks and fake skits on TikTok just for you to go viral, you don't need all of that. You just got to have a message, have clarity, have a purpose. That's why in my description down below, I have the Align to the Signs Audience Solution Template. That's where you guys will find your audience, who you're going to serve. And within the template, it is 5 key points that's going to help you solve your audience's problem and research who your audience is and what do they want from you with your natural given talents. This right here, designing, is my natural given talent. I've been on YouTube since 2011, digital designing, thumbnails, banners, YouTube intros, video editing, web designing. I made my own coloring book, as y'all know. Align by Design, affirmations for creatives and entrepreneurial spirits. And this is it right here. You can make your own status. You can make your own ish pop. You feel what I'm saying? So I help people show up with purpose through their YouTube and e-commerce with their personal brands, because this world doesn't need more noise. It needs you to be aligned by your own design. All right. So with that being said, I do have the Align to the Signs Audience Solution Template. Then it is the guidebook. That's going to be your handbook, your values, your core, your mission, how you're going to speak your message to your audience. Okay, then we have the YouTube design critiques, how to structure out your YouTube channel so that other people can find your videos easily, right? Boom. And so that you have a roadmap on what it is that you're going to upload, what you're going to talk about, what you're going to bring to your audience. And then fourth, we have the e-commerce builder workshop. Those of you who are ready to start selling things online as a beginner and you don't know how to set up a website, but you want something super easy, something you can navigate that is not too tedious like Shopify. Okay, I definitely will teach you guys that, as long as you guys get the audience solution template. That is the first step to working with me as your digital design coach. And guess what? It's free. Boop, the first tool is free. All right. So, in closing, y'all let me know, what celebrity inspired you growing up? And do you feel like they have the same inspiration that they once did today? I'll see y'all in my next one. It's your girl, Sultry Accessory.